is there anybody else that feels like after watching these 2 episodes of Naruto, you're feeling like, what did I just watch? What happened? All right, because let me tell you something. Usually, when we get two episodes or double episodes in the anime, it usually signifies that it's going to be something special, something cool, something unique, something nice, that they actually put in a lot of effort to. And, you know, for example, the Kushina flashback was a double episode. The Naruto versus Sasuke fight was a double episode. And so I thought, you know, oh, Naruto and Hinata's wedding, that's going to be a good 2-parter. And I sat down, I watched the 2 episodes, and oh man! And the thing is, it started out really good with, you know, the other Konoha Shinobi making these videos, or, you know, just, you know, recording themselves saying, you know, congratulations, or, you know, hey, Naruto, hope you have a great wedding type of video. So they're doing the YouTube stuff now. And so I thought that was kind of cool, because it's like, for once, we actually get to find out how the rest of Naruto's classmates react to the event of him getting married. And all of them seem very supportive. But that wasn't the episode. The first one revolved around the most interesting freaking character in the entire Naruto series, Iruka. I mean, not to be rude, but who really wants to find out more about Iruka? Really, I mean, Iruka was kind of a character that was written off in the very beginning. He was important in the first couple of episodes. Then Kishimoto decided to throw him away, just get him out of the game. He disappeared. Then he came back for like a speech in a moment, like before the Shinobi War. And that was basically it. That's all he is. I don't know. I think he's a little bit more popular in Japan, because people like to ship him with Kakashi or something. But it's still like, what is going on? Like, I did not expect an entire episode revolving around a freaking Iruka, all right, applying or thinking about applying to be the vice principal. It was fillery. It was boring. The only good character moment or character lesson in this entire episode is when he realizes that he has to stop overhyping Naruto, and he has to stop comparing him to every single student, because he's just so caught up in admiring him that he doesn't perceive his students as new and just unique individuals anymore. So that was okay. But other than that, oh, and they, you know, at first I thought it was hilarious how they did like a cameo with Orochimaru, and then, you know, in the background Yamato's like, cut the recording. Like, no, don't do this. And it was funny, but then they milked the shit out of that dynamic. They milked the Yamato Orochimaru gag way too much after that. And it was still kind of funny in a way, but it was also just super ridiculous and over the top, all right, when they started reusing that gag over and over again. And then the first episode ends with Kakashi giving his command as Hokage to the rest of the shinobi to go out and get Naruto and Hinata the best possible gift they can find, because depending on how good your gift is, that's what's going to end up deciding whether or not you attend the wedding, or you just get stuck doing random shinobi chores and like just fucking missions that you don't want to do if you want to see Naruto get married. So yeah, that's basically the end of that episode. And, you know, I was hopeful. I thought to myself, maybe it's going to get better. I just have to watch the second part of it. Because in all honesty, you know, it was the Iruka episode, it was boring, but it wasn't bad. All right? So I kept watching. I should have known better. I gave myself hope. I'm going to tell you what happened, all right? I'm going to tell you my theory about what went down. So basically, somebody in the studio, in the anime studio, took a bag of high-quality crack cocaine, all right? They opened the bag up, and they sprinkled that shit. They spread it everywhere. In every storyboard, on every computer, that shit was all over the place. And so when the animators came in that morning, they were high as fuck. They couldn't control themselves, and the poor animators had no choice but to animate this episode of Rock Lee jumping up and down all over the place. The animation, there was definitely a change in the animation. It was super dynamic. It felt like I was watching an episode of Kill la Kill, which is not a bad anime. But when you have that structure, when you have this craziness in a Naruto episode, it kind of makes you kind of question, what was the mental state of the animators as they were animating this episode? What is going on? It was all over the place. We actually had, like, really an unofficial mascot of Konoha make its appearance. Are you fucking kidding me right now? This entire thing was out of control, and I should have known. The moment I saw Tenten getting more screen time, I should have jumped ship. I should have said, Tenten's getting a lot of screen time. This is not normal for a Naruto episode, for Naruto anything. I'm leaving. Guy, at one point, leaves his wheelchair with a sign that says, "I'll be back to get this, don't worry." What the fuck? Oh my god, it was just so out of control. It was crazy. Neji comes back as a ghost for some weird comedic reason. Konohamaru, you remember him? He used to look like this. Well, this is what he looks like when the animators are on crack. I mean, it's like two completely different people. I didn't even know that was him until he actually got confirmed to be Konohamaru. I mean, these people just said, "Fuck it. We're just going crazy. We know the audience is there. We know they're gonna watch this anyway. Let's just go insane. Just batshit crazy." All right. You would need to pause the episode to just and go frame by frame just to see how many crazy movements and like gestures Lee and Tenten and all these characters have in this episode, because there is so much going on. Like, there's so much fucking movement. It's insane. It's insane. Again, it's like watching an episode of Kill la Kill. Now, what I expected, because it's important, if you're criticizing something, well, what did I expect going into this? I expected something similar to the OVA that we got with Boruto the movie. You know, that little, actually, it was also like a manga chapter drawn by Kishimoto called The Day That Naruto Became Hokage. So we find out that Himawari has the Byakugan there, and, you know, they're all prepping to get Naruto ready for, you know, the coronation or him becoming Hokage officially with the hat. And so that I thought that was a cool little you know, OVA. It's a cool little story, and it was fun, and it stays within the structure of Naruto. It feels like Naruto. This Rock Lee episode feels like the animators gone wild. It's probably a good idea to ask the animators for, you know, a urine sample every once in a while. All right, just to make sure everybody's clean. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The plot, if you could even call it that for this episode, essentially revolved around Lee and Tenten struggling because they didn't know what to get Naruto and Hinata, all right, as a gift. And by the end of the episode, they come to the conclusion, Lee says, we're going to, like me and Guy Sensei, we're going to get him some dumbbells so he can work out, all right? Because marriage is just, it takes a toll on your muscles. You have to be strong for marriage. And Tenten says, I'm going to give them a kunai. And that wouldn't be that much of an issue. Except that was the first fucking idea they had in the episode. So they had the idea, right? Then they convinced themselves, or they were critical about the idea, and they weren't convinced that that was the right thing to do, so they got high. They used some type of drug. They went on a rampage all throughout Konoha, and then they came back down once the high ended, and then they ended up with the same decision that was the first one they had to begin with, which was to get them the same freaking present. And that's the end of the episode. That is how crazy this episode is. There's a lot of, it was fun. I will give it that. It was fun, but it was out of control. It was 10 out of 10 on a troll scale, okay? 100% troll. Like, no, it's not even trying to hide it anymore. I was disappointed. I was saddened because I had high expectations. But then I remembered, you know what? At least I'm not Iruka Sensei. Thank you for watching. Like or dislike. I had to put this out there. It was crazy. And this is why I don't review filler. But I thought it was going to have some good canon implications. But no, it was just blatant drug use. Okay? Catch you guys later.